Hey freediving family, with the Freediving World Championships up in full swing, I thought I'd make a video about competitive freediving and freediving competitions in general. At the moment, the main regulatory body for freediving competitions worldwide is called AIDA, the Association Internationale for the Development of Apnea. It's a bit of a mouthful, and you can tell it was probably invented by somebody French. There are the Team World Championships, where countries compete in teams of 3, and then there are also the Individual World Championships, where freedivers compete as individuals. And each year these competitions alternate. One year it's the Team World Championships, and then the next year it's the Individual World Championships. And obviously the Individual World Championships are a little bit more popular because freedivers just love glory. This year is the Individual World Championships, and it's being held in Roatan in Honduras. Each year, competition organisers around the world put in bids to be able to host the World Championships, and then the AIDA Assembly votes on which is the best proposal. And most of the time the location is one with easily accessible deep and calm water. The aim of the competition is to dive the deepest. You get 1 point per meter. You don't get any points or any score or any consideration for the time of your dive or anything else. It's only the meters that you reached. There are 3 categories that athletes compete in.
The first category is with fins category, which in freediving people often call constant weight, but with fins is more explanatory. So this is diving with either a monofin or bifins. It's also the deepest, the category where people dive deepest. So current world record is held by Alexei Molchanov, who's done a dive to 129 meters, and the women's world record is 104 meters, done by Italian Alessia Zecchini.
There's the no fins category, where divers dive as deep as they can without fins, using an adapted breaststroke technique. This is usually seen as the purest form of freediving and the toughest. The current world record holders are William Trubridge from New Zealand. He dives to 102 meters without fins. Also, Sayuri Kinoshita of Japan holds the women's world record at 72 meters.
In both of these categories, divers are not allowed to use the line to assist them, only as a guide, except to do 1 pull at the bottom of the dive to begin the ascent. This brings us to our last category, free immersion. Free immersion is where divers propel themselves by pulling themselves along the dive line. Divers are not allowed to wear fins during free immersion dives, and while free immersion typically is the least athletic discipline, it does require you to have the longest breath hold because the dive times are the longest. The current world record for men is 124 meters, held by William Trubridge from New Zealand, and the current world record holder for women is 92 meters, held by Janine Grashmeyer of Holland. There are many different styles of freediving competitions, but for the Freediving World Championships, every athlete gets just 1 attempt at each dive category. And there are medals for each individual category, but not an overall winner for a diver who accumulated the most points in all 3 categories. Most competitions though do have an overall winner for the diver that has accumulated the most points across all 3 disciplines. This is how a competition plays out.
The day before each dive, athletes make an official announcement of the target depth they'll attempt the next day. Later, an official start list is made where each diver receives an official top, a time where they must start their dive the next day. There's an official announcement box, and as soon as you put your announcement in the box, there's no going back. You can't change your announcement even if you know what someone else is doing or if you have a change of heart later on. So competition diving becomes a bit of a Game of Thrones, game of strategy. This game is about announcing what you know you can do, but also trying to out-announce your competitors.
And one by one, we do our dives. An athlete's assigned time is called their official top. We're counted down to our official top. 2 minutes, 1 minute 30, 1 minute, etc., until we reach 0. Then we have 30 seconds, a 30-second window in which we can start our dive. Then athletes attempt to reach the bottom of their announced depth, to bring a tag from the bottom, get back to the surface, and do their surface protocol. But we're going to talk about surface protocol very soon. There are 3 potential outcomes for a dive. A white card, which means you made your dive and you get all of the points for your announced depth. For example, a 100-meter dive would be 100 points. A 90-meter dive would be 90 points.
A yellow card is a dive completed but with a penalty. So a penalty could be awarded for starting your dive too early, grabbing the rope if it's not a discipline or category where you're allowed to grab the rope, or coming up without the tag.
A red card is a failed dive, and the diver gets 0 points. For example, if a diver has a blackout, they fail to complete their surface protocol, or they pull using the rope to assist them in the categories where they're not allowed to do so. There are other reasons why a diver can be given a yellow or a red card, but I didn't want to throw the whole rule book at you. I just wanted to give you an idea. So let's talk about surface protocol. A diver must prove that they're lucid at the bottom of their dive and at the surface. Every diver performs a task at the bottom of their dive. They grab a tag from the bottom, and at the end of their dive, they complete the surface protocol. The surface protocol is this. You have 15 seconds to take off any facial equipment, your nose clip or your mask, to find the judges, give the judges an okay sign, and then say, I'm okay.
Breathe, Adam. Breathe. Nose clip.
You have to do it in exactly that order without any mistakes. Otherwise, you'll get a red card and be given 0 points. I hope this helped clarify freediving competitions, and I hope that you're enjoying the live broadcast of the 2017 Freediving World Championships. I have to plug myself. Yesterday, I set a new Australian record for free immersion, 92 meters, which also won me the bronze medal. Fist bump, and sorry for my vanity. Thank you, freediving family. Make sure you leave a like on the video if you like what I do here, and subscribe for more freediving content. I'll see you in the water somewhere. I'm Adam Stern, I hold my breath, and dive really deep.